Time now for First Alert Weather with meteorologist Rob Nucatola.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started here on 24-hour temperature cast. It's our first Wednesday of October. Still doesn't quite feel like October out there, but maybe as we go through the day today, it'll feel a little less June-like. Yesterday, it was humid from start to finish, a little soupy for sure. Top temperatures did stay in the 80s for a lot of us. We should do that again today. Now, there's going to be a little interplay between clouds and clear today. The more sunshine we get, the better chance we'll have to see those temperatures get maybe a little bit higher, and there still will be a twinge of humidity to make it feel a little warmer than it is. But I think we're going to step back that humidity just a little bit today. Hopefully we can step it back a little more tomorrow, and tomorrow morning find more numbers in the 60s. It is kind of encouraging to see at least some of our area get back into the middle 60s this morning, and that's got a lot to do with where we're clearing the skies out and where we're still dealing with a little bit more cloud cover, a little bit more humidity. In Thomasville, we're at 68 degrees. In Valdosta, we're at 68 degrees. Got dew points at 66. That's important. That's measuring how much moisture's in the air. The lower that number is, the lower the air temperature can get. It's 71 in Tallahassee, but the dew point is 68. Tells me that the air can cool just a little bit more, and that breeze from the northwest is trying to bring in that drier air. So that's all important, and hopefully means we get a little bit more of a less summery feel. I still don't think it's going to feel crispy fall-like weather outside, but a little improvement after the soupy stuff we've been dealing with will feel much nicer. It's 64 in Blakely, it's 67 at Mariana, Bainbridge is at 66, Moultrie's at 67, so quite a few numbers that start with a 6 this morning, way different than yesterday when almost everybody stayed in the 70s. The northwest breeze will continue. It may turn a little northeast at times today, but it's still going to be from the north, and it's still going to try to bring in some of that drier air. I do expect to find a little patchy fog, especially to the east where there's a little bit more moisture. Larkin and Live Oak, where visibility is down to just 1/2 mile. Now to our south, that's where it looks like this plume of moisture is sort of lined up from southwest to northeast. It gets up to maybe like Cross City, maybe like Ocala, but not as far north today as it was yesterday. And I think that gives us a better chance to not only have slightly nicer feeling, but nicer looking conditions. Those breezes from the north and northeast with those yellow arrows on the futurecast here show us that that drier air is going to continue trying for another day or two until it runs into some resistance and maybe gets pushed back the other way with some energy over the Gulf starting to develop. And that's where those better chances for scattered showers by Friday, by Saturday come from. And today, those even look a little bit lower than they did yesterday. So we still got a couple of days to watch and see how that all plays out. And none of that is any kind of organized tropical anything. We are still watching the same several areas out across the Atlantic basin. Hurricane Kirk is really ramping up. It's going to be a big, big storm, but it's not near any land. Behind it, there's more energy that is this close to getting that next upgrade. And then, of course, the one that's got all our eyebrows raised is what's going on here in the Caribbean, where at times it looks like some of those showers are trying to come together, and at other times it looks like there's a whole lot of nothing out there. We are still talking about a 40% shot for any kind of development over the next week. I'd like to point out that, remember, you don't have to have an organized, classic, designated tropical system to increase rain chances. And sometimes just that tropical moisture moves into an area, and that can enhance some rain chances. So that's also something we'll keep in mind as we head through the weekend and next week to see if just that moisture drifts up a little bit, and that may supplement some of the already moist areas that we have in the across parts of the Gulf Coast. So there are still things we're watching, even if nothing ever develops out there. But that's why we don't jump to conclusions when one computer suggests 10 days down the road that there may be another tropical something developing. On the Gulf today, winds out of the north and northeast 3 to 12, seas 1 to 3 feet. We'll call it mostly smooth, maybe a little light chop in the protected waters. This morning, it's going to be 60s and 70s, a mixture of clouds and clear. Sun will be up at 7:32. We should see more sunshine today. I think that's going to get us into the upper 80s in the warm spots, maybe the mid 80s in other spots. And you know what? If it's a little less humid, it'll feel a little bit better outside. Tonight into tomorrow, a better chance for more numbers in the 60s. We'll call it partly cloudy. And here's that 7-day forecast. I still keep the rain chances a little bit up Friday and Saturday. It's not all day nonstop steady soaking rains, but some scattered showers seem to be part of the deal. And then as we head to the early part of next week, I'm starting to get a better feeling here that maybe we can start bringing in some more seasonal October temperatures and drier air. We'd love to see that happen. We've got some time to watch.